Cyber threats are no longer just for massive corporations. They are an escalating risk for every organization, whether you're big or you're small. You need to have a robust defense. And if you work in the UK, the government has already given you the perfect baseline, which is called Cyber Essentials. But what actually is it? Why do you need it? And should you stop at the basic badge or should you go for plus? Stick around because we're cutting through the jargon to explain how this scheme can protect your business and unlock some major opportunities. At its core, Cyber Essentials represents the UK government's minimum baseline standard for cybersecurity. Its mission is pretty simple. It's to help prevent the most common internet-based cybersecurity threats. It's an annually renewable certification scheme designed to prove to customers that cybersecurity is a priority within your organization. This framework is built around 5 key technical controls, which you must implement and manage effectively. These 5 controls cover, basically, firewalls and routers, secure configuration, security update management, user access control, and malware protection. The scheme is constantly reviewed by a team of experts to ensure it remains effective against the ever-evolving threat landscape. The UK's technical authority for cybersecurity, the National Cyber Security Centre. So you can be confident that you're going to stay updated because you've got the National Cyber Security Centre making sure that it stays relevant. So why would you certify? Well, certification isn't just about good practice, it also brings tangible rewards. So firstly, you've got contracts. If you want to apply for a growing number of contracts that address supply chain security, so for example, if you want to work into government or defense, or to be frank, the majority of industries out there, you need to be able to prove that you're not going to be a vulnerability. You're not going to be the reason why another company gets hacked, because hackers can use you to gain access to them. Secondly, you're going to get your risk management insurance. So cybersecurity is a critical component of risk management. Furthermore, if you're a UK organization that certifies its whole operation and has an annual turnover of less than 20 million, in the basic Cyber Essentials certification, you include an automatic cyber liability insurance, which I think is up to about £25,000. Thirdly, certification helps you stay ahead of new risks by assessing your system against a recognized framework annually. So your security is going to be better, you're going to be less at risk, and your business is going to stay safe. And there are 2 levels of certification, and choosing which one you need depends, well, kind of on your goals. So you've got level 1, which is just Cyber Essentials on its own. And this is an independently verified self-assessment where you answer a series of questions regarding your scope, your employees, your devices, your work location, and those 5 core components that we talked about. A board member or equivalent must sign off that the answers are true, and then a qualified assessor verifies the information provided. Basically, you self-assess. So you self-assess your Cyber Essentials by answering a series of questions. And then somebody in your organization that is qualified to, so that means a board member or equivalent, must sign off and say that basically you're not lying. And then you have a separate assessor come in and double check that the answers are satisfactory. If you then try and claim on the insurance in the future and it becomes apparent that you weren't really telling the truth when you're doing your self-assessment, then you're probably going to have some issues when you are claiming on that insurance. So if you do go down this route and you only get Cyber Essentials, make sure that what you're saying you do actually implement into your business. Otherwise, it can be a bit of a pain. And then we've got level 2, or Cyber Essentials Plus. If I can spell the word plus. Basically, this is an enhanced level of Cyber Essentials, and it's a completely different beast. It's a technical audit of your IT system. So like the basic Cyber Essentials is a self-assessment, and that's still a mandatory prerequisite. But while based on the exact same technical requirements, Plus involves an external hands-on audit to verify that your controls are actually in place. And a certified assessor, similar to before, runs vulnerability scans, checks your machines, makes sure they're all patched, and it makes sure that what you've claimed in the self-assessment is actually factually true. So Cyber Essentials, you're self-auditing. Somebody comes in and checks that everything you've written in your self-audit makes sense and that you are compliant. And then Cyber Essentials Plus is all the same as before, except you actually have an internal assessor come in, physically check that everything that you've been writing in your answers is true, and they do scans and they check that you're patched, and everything that is accessible to the internet will be involved, and they basically do lots of scans on it and make sure that what you're saying is true. And that's it. And that is the difference between Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus. So Cyber Essentials Plus provides significantly more assurance. And if you work with large clients and want real peace of mind, or simply aim for the strongest security without being, too excessive, then Plus really is the deal. It's the difference between thinking that you're secure and knowing that you're secure. So if you're ready to certify, first you need to prepare. And one of the best ways to do that is to come to the IASME website. That's iasme.co.uk. And then you just make your way to the Cyber Essentials section. You can get a free 30-minute consultation with a NCSE assured cyber advisor. You can also get access to the question sets and the requirements. There's a Cyber Essentials Knowledge Hub for you to do your own sort of revision. And you can go on the Cyber Essentials Readiness Tool, where is also available to explore basically your current setup and receive a tailored action plan. If you find the questions difficult or you have got a complex company structure and you're seeking expert help, it's pretty common. So cyber advisors provide cost-effective advice and hands-on support, or you can locate an assessor. So you can come down here to need help from an expert, and you can click on find a cybersecurity advisor or find a certification body. And assessors work for the certification body and are trained and licensed by IASME to make your assessment and issue the certification. And when you're ready, you register and you pay. This basic certification is priced according to the size of your organization, ranging from 0 to 9 employees all the way up to 250 plus. And once you submit your answers, the assessor may send some feedback, and you have 2 working days to address before resubmitting. Once you pass, you receive your certification and you are listed on the directory for certified organizations. But remember, you must renew it annually, as the certificate expires after 12 months. In summary, Cyber Essentials, it's a globally recognized, effective way to manage your cyber risk and secure your supply chain. So whether you need that basic self-assurance with the regular Cyber Essentials, or you want the more advanced assurance that comes with the Cyber Essentials Plus, where you get the technical audit, implementing these 5 controls, it's going to be completely vital for protecting your organization. And if you're still not sure where to start, you can always reach out to us here at CyberPip, where you can get some free consultation. So I really hope this video has been helpful in explaining the difference between Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus. If it's helped you anyway, share it, hit the like button, do all that stuff that people ask you to do on YouTube. And yeah, thanks for watching.